All right, folks, I'm Weather 225 weather analyst Joshua Wisel here in the Weather 225 Storm Studios, taking a look at the forecast for today. And we don't usually say this, and we don't mean this to hype up any forecast. We don't want you to fear the forecast today, but today is one of those days that you just need to be weather alert, especially because it's fall. People don't really have severe weather on their minds, especially if they just moved to the area. They may not think of fall time as a chance or as a time that severe weather could occur. So just stay weather aware today, have a plan in place, know where you can go in the event of a warning, and you will be perfectly fine today, just to ease any severe weather anxiety, just because we know there's a lot of stuff going around on the internet right now, and a lot of it is because there is a fairly good chance for severe weather in the area, and we just need you to be aware of that threat going into today. Starting off, we have highs of 80. Showers and storms are possible throughout the day today, and we're expecting slightly cooler temperatures further to the north and west, but not by much. High today is going to be 80 with showers and storms possible throughout the day. Moving on into tonight's forecast, we're going to be around 44 for the low. We're closer to the 30s further to the northwest of the region after that front pushes through, with partly clear skies afterwards. We're not going to really see those showers and storms continuing into the overnight hours, so it is going to be rain free mostly, at least after 2 in the morning for the coverage area, and then we're going to see those chilly lows to start off tomorrow morning. Moving on, here's a look at the timeline for today. The timing has changed once again. We're expecting storms a little bit closer to the Metroplex by noon through at least 7 o'clock today, and then further to the west 2 a.m. to about 2 p.m. And then for areas near Sulphur Springs, Canton, and Athens, we're talking around 3 to 11 o'clock today as well. So that's a look at the timing that we have there. I'm going to show you the Storm Prediction Center's latest outlook. That's why this forecast post is a little bit later than usual. We were watching this, and now they have still the majority of the area under an enhanced risk, but they've cut back some to the risk further to the west. Let me show you what we have going on here. So enhanced risk today, that is, a 3 out of 5 for the area. So it's not the highest risk that we've ever seen, but this is just something that you need to be aware of. It is a fairly substantial risk today, and the reason is there is a higher risk for wind today, but there's also a fairly good chance for tornadoes. Now, we know people are afraid of tornadoes. Not everyone is going to see a tornado today, but you do need to be aware of that threat going into today along I-35 and to the east. There is still a chance for some tornado development further to the west of I-35, but it's not as great as basically from Dallas, Sherman, Waco, and to the east along 35. So usually with a lot of the setups, we'll say there is a low but not zero tornado threat. Today is not the case, and we don't say that to make you afraid of this. We just need you to know that there is a fairly good risk for tornadoes, and the most concerning thing for us today is that there's going to be a threat for tornadoes in the Metroplex, and people may not be aware because it is fall. And we also have this area. This is called a significant hashed area. This is where there could be the potential for some stronger tornadoes today as well. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to see a strong tornado, but that just means that the parameters for strong tornadoes are there that you need to be aware of going into today. Here's a look at the wind outlook as well. Gusts up to maybe 70 or 80 miles an hour with the strongest storms are possible within this red shaded area. And we also have a threat for hail, but it's not as substantial as the other two risks today. So all hazards of severe weather will be possible. I'm going to show you the Futurecast radar, and let me put this back to right before the storms develop. So we're taking a look 10 o'clock this morning, 11 o'clock noon, and take a look at noon. You're starting to see some of this development turn a little brighter in colors. We're talking the yellow, the orange, and the red. By around 1 o'clock, that's when we're going to start seeing these supercells or prefrontal supercells. The front is still to the west. This activity is going to be concerning because this will be the activity that has the highest potential for that large hail and those tornado threats, especially if they are discrete in nature and just kind of carry on by themselves in an open environment. And as you can see, we already have a few nasty cores. Don't take this too seriously with exact locations. This is just a projection of what we could see during this time. So definitely be weather alert across the area. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, still seeing these prefrontal discrete supercells moving through the area through at least 4 or 5 o'clock today. And then a line of storms will start to build into the region by later this evening, and then this activity should push out of the area by around 9, 10, or 11 o'clock tonight. So that's a look at what we got going on there. So today you'll see our weather alert tag on pretty much all of our graphs. The channel is in weather alert mode. That's not to scare you. This is all merely just to let you know there is a severe weather threat today. Take it from someone with storm anxiety, who grew up with severe storm anxiety. I was terrified of storms. This is not the worst risk that we've ever seen, but it is a risk that you do need to be aware of because it is there. Don't panic. Don't let it ruin your day. As long as you have a plan in place, as long as you're plugged into the forecast, you know what to do, where to go, and you just have some way of plugging into it with either a NOAA weather radio to let you know if something is moving into your area, or downloading our free app, or following trusted weather sources here in the metro. As long as you have some way of receiving alerts and you have a plan ready, you're going to be perfectly fine. Not everyone's going to actually see severe weather today. It's just that there is a risk today that we need you to be aware of today. So like I said, not everyone's going to see severe weather, but that doesn't mean you let your guard down just because this risk is fairly concerning. But that doesn't mean that you are going to get the tornado, the large hail, the damaging winds, all of that. And so just have a plan. You'll be fine. We'll get through this like we get through all of our other severe weather days. So just stay plugged into the forecast. And there we go. So here's the graph I was looking for. Download our free weather app today. We have push notification alerts to let you know forecast updates when needed. We are on Google Play. We are on the Apple App Store. It's free. Don't have to register for anything. Don't have to give us your information. So don't worry about that. There's no annoying pop-up ads when you tune into our stream. You just get instant access to all of our stuff. And we actually have a special button today called DFW Severe HQ, so you don't have to go looking throughout the app to find individual risk tools. It's all condensed into one place, so you have weather safety, futurecast radar, and our forecast right at your fingertips. And you can tune in throughout the day to our live weather channel, so keep that in mind. Also, if you like our streaming, make sure you download our free Amazon Fire TV app. So we'll get through today. Like I said, no reason to panic. Just stay weather alert, have a way to be plugged into the forecast, have ways to receive alerts just to keep you safe throughout the day, and then we'll get through this. So just stay calm, stay weather alert, and then you'll be fine. Not everyone's going to see severe weather. It's just that there is a risk today that we need people to be just aware of, just so they know and they're not caught off guard if storms moved into their area. So that's what we have today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great day. Stay safe. Stay weather alert. Make sure that if you have leaks in your roof, or if you have a roof that is just old and you need replaced, or need repairs to, call our friends at MyPro Construction and Roofing today and refer Weather 225. Whether it's sunny, stormy, or snowy in North Texas, be sure to download our free Weather 225 mobile app.